Sports videography and photography is one of the most challenging things anyone can pursue. And it's also become very fun, especially if you have knowledge and you know how to go about it. But also it comes back to what are some of the budget equipment that you can use for shooting sports. And for me, I think that the Sony ZV-E10 still comes into the picture. I don't know how many people have been using the Sony ZV-E10 to shoot sports, but I have tried it over and over again, and I think that it really works great. So the Sony ZV-E10 for me works extremely well for shooting sports, even in indoor sports where sometimes you don't have the ample amount of light coming into, because the Sony ZV-E10 is a crop sensor camera. In this video, we are going to delve into why the Sony ZV-E10, for me, I think that it's also a great budget setup for shooting sports photos and video. My name is ABEiiKU. Welcome to the channel. If you have not already subscribed, please do so. It doesn't take anything from you. It's just a way to help me grow on this channel. The Sony ZV-E10 for me, because that it comes with a 24 megapixel APS-C sensor. That sensor on the Sony ZV-E10 is one of the great things that Sony puts into the Sony ZV-E10. You are doing videos, you can shoot 4K at 30 FPS. And when you want to do slow-mo, you can do full HD up to 120 FPS. And by that, it means that you can slow down your footage and give it a cinematic vibe and look. For me, I'm not shooting sports, so I don't choose sports commercially. I shoot sports because of my social media. So I feed those videos and images onto my social media. And this thing really worked perfectly fine. The Sony ZV-E10 is a great example that you can practically shoot anything along the photography realm or videography realm without having to sacrifice too much of it. And especially if you are tight on budget, you don't have a lot of money to invest into high equipment and all that. The Sony ZV-E10 is a great starting point for you to be able to get all the things that you need to be able to deliver. So for me, when I go to a sports event, maybe I'm going for a football match, I'm attending a basketball match, what I need is that I'm going in for specific shots and looks. And so I go in for deliverables. I have my roadmap with me. Primarily, I'm looking at for the action itself, the fans' engagement and all that. I'm trying to capture all this into 3 different kind of compartments. Sometimes when I come out from this kind of event, I have about 5 deliverables that I'm delivering for my social media. One of the things that makes the Sony ZV-E10 ideal, especially for budget level shooting, has to do with the autofocus and the eye tracking, as well as the subject tracking. Start to shoot, you'll be able to track all of the subjects that are working. And because I use the tracking, you can just tap on the screen to be able to track that specific kind of athlete or the sportsman. Because that is an APS-C sensor, when you are shooting in indoor sports, that is when it gives you a little bit of challenge. So with this, I think you have to bump up your ISO. But the Sony ZV-E10 is a great example of a small compact camera that does well, especially when it comes to ISO. It has a huge ISO base range of 100 to 3200, which can be expanded. So when you are shooting sports in indoors and in videos, you know that normally the shutter speed does not really count that much in videos, especially when you don't have to shoot 1/1000 or something like that. So maybe you are shooting cinematic, so you are shooting 4K at 20 FPS, or your shutter speed is 1/50. Or probably you shoot your shutter speed at 1/60. That means that when you're shooting something like this, letting a high amount of light into it, the ISO range that you can use at an indoor sports, for example, should be probably around like 400, 500, 600, 800, probably maybe to 1000. Sometimes I think that some of the ambient lights are too bright, so relatively around 800 will give you perfect shot or great shot. Normally I stay around 400, 500, 600, still be able to deliver quality images and videos at that budget price. A lens that I usually use with the Sony ZV-E10 to shoot sport has to do with the Tamron 17 to 70 millimeters, which for me I think that is still giving you full frame equivalent of 25 to 105. I wouldn't say it is sports level to give you telephoto shot that you want, but with that you still be able to zoom in into the subject even if when they are a bit far away from you. I also tried with the Vitros 75mm f1.2 Pro lens, and I'll still be able to get that kind of great shot out of this. Vitros lens in equivalent, it becomes 112mm because of the crop factor of 1.5. You still be able to capture athletes even when they are far away from you. The weight of the Sony ZV-E10 is also one of the things that makes it great and ideal for shooting. It has a 343 grams, so it's very lightweight, so compact, so useful. When I'm to rate the Sony ZV-E10 in terms of shooting sports, for photography and videography, I'll give the photo side 30% and I'll give the video side a 70%, because that it does great with the video and you don't need a lot of high ISO values to be able to shoot quality videos with the Sony ZV-E10. It's one of the tools that has really helped me to learn the rhythm, to understand the technicalities that comes with shooting sports. And the Sony ZV-E10 has been a great complementary tool for me in understanding that. It just really works well because that I'm shooting for social media, and for social media, normally the algorithm compresses the video. So when you shoot in 4K, you'll still be able to get that kind of quality delivered onto your platform. Sony ZV-E10 in 2025 is just one of the relevant tools that you can have in the budget range for shooting sports. My name is ABEiiKU. If you like the videos, please subscribe to the channel, leave your comment below, and let's get interactive. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.